As you think about the converging landscape, the biggest thing advertisers are looking at, be it in linear to CTV to digital video or across all channels and all media, is how do you unite it? How do you bring it together in a more unified way? And this is why I think clients are looking for not a new front or an upfront, but really an all front that allows you to have the ability to go beyond convergence and really think about orchestration and assembly of your advertising in a constructive manner.
Doug, you recently joined Cadent. What's the company's superpower? And how are you helping brands navigate fragmentation while still reaching audiences at scale with precision?
Cadent has historically been addressing fragmentation, be it from the video landscape all the way through the acquisition of AddTheorent last year, in order to layer on the abhorrent fragmentation we're seeing across the entire landscape, from video to digital to measurement and everywhere in between. The new Cadent is purposely built to help address the challenges of fragmentation. And the way we look at it is helping marketers, publishers, advertisers, and ultimately the consumer by predicting, assembling, and orchestrating growth across the board. Now, prediction at the core of it is what's most important. Through the audience graph and the way that we build the audiences, we score 143 billion impressions every day using 22,000 different models that we've honed over 14 years. So this isn't something that we just picked up a few years ago through the growth of AI. It's accelerated. In fact, over the last 3 years, we've ingested trillions of bid stream data into this prediction mindset. And it's really allowing us to set a new standard in predictive advertising, and something that allows us to help marketers know before they go.
With identity and privacy front and center, Doug, what are smarter strategies you're seeing for audience targeting?
You know, there's a lot of talk around first-party data, which is really important. But as you think about the smarter strategies and how you deal with where we are from a targeting standpoint, what we do is we try to understand both in an ID-based and an ID-independent manner. Even with the recent news around the potential longevity of a cookie, you're still dealing with certain environments where that doesn't exist. And so we found that even if you have first-party data, you're missing about 42% of the addressable audience population because they're accessing through an Apple device or they're using certain browsers. What we try to do is assemble a full audience using our first-party data, our predictive understanding, but also a client's first-party data through our data collaboration platform that then allows us to extend to that full audience through both an ID-based and an ID-independent manner.
As brands demand more measurable outcomes from video, what does performance look like in this new premium video world?
Performance in this new premium video world is really important. And what we try to do is get back to that notion of predicting, of knowing before you go. If I can help you understand that your investment in this method will allow you to achieve this outcome before the campaign even launches, that changes the fundamental dynamic of how you think about planning. So for us, prediction and putting that up front before you assemble and orchestrate the campaign is really important. And to be able to do all of that in real time allows us to ensure that the outcomes that we're trying to meet at the beginning are what we achieve in the end.
And Doug, how is Cadent kind of helping define those ideas around performance and the idea of balancing branding and performance and maybe even merging those two?
Cadent's really trying to define the intersection of brand and demand, of awareness and performance all at once. In fact, we believe those two shouldn't be separated out. It's why we built the 22,000 different models, all tied to an outcome, so that we can understand how we can achieve the end goal. Sometimes the goal might be reach and impact. Sometimes the goal might be a download or a completion of a video. And what's really great about the models that we've developed is they're all geared to different verticals, different industries that have unique KPIs in and of themselves. So we're able to get to that tailored outcome all in the way that somebody wants.